If getting your child out the door feels like negotiating a hostage release every single morning, you're not imagining it. The screen off for dinner battle, the meltdown leaving the grocery store, the Sunday night dread before the school week even starts, and the 45-minute standoff over a pair of socks. Transitions are one of the most common flashpoints for kids today, and they hit hardest for kids with ADHD, anxiety, or sensory processing disorder. And the harder you try to manage the behavior, the more stuck everyone gets. Parents tell us all the time, I've tried every reward chart, every visual timer, every deep breath, and nothing sticks. Here's what most parenting advice misses. Smoother transitions aren't really a behavior problem. They're a nervous system issue. Once you understand what's actually happening in your child's brain and body during a change, everything shifts, including what kind of help actually moves the needle. This video is for parents whose child melts down at every change, whether it's leaving the park, turning off the iPad, or starting the school week. If you've tried every reward chart, countdown, and consequence, and your child is still falling apart between activities, this is for you. The following are some of the things we will review. Why transitions are so neurologically demanding for kids. What stuck in stress mode actually looks like during a transition. Why kids with ADHD, anxiety, and sensory processing disorder struggle more through these transitions. The perfect storm of stressors behind nervous system dysregulation, and some home strategies that actually work, and what to do when they aren't enough. We see this over and over again in our office. A parent walks in exhausted, describing the same scene. Mornings end in tears. Transitions at school require teacher intervention. Pickups are chaos. Bedtime is a 2.5-hour standoff. Their child has often already also been labeled, sometimes with ADHD, anxiety, or even sensory processing disorder. Their family has tried therapies, parenting books, accommodations at school, and every transition tool the internet recommends. Some help a little. None really get to the root cause. This ultimately makes the parent feel like they are failing. The truth is, they're not. They're navigating a child whose nervous system can't downshift. And no amount of better parenting can change that on its own. The numbers back up why these struggles cluster together. A 2022 national survey found anxiety was among the most common co-occurring condition in kids with ADHD. This affected roughly 4 in 10. That overlap isn't a coincidence. These conditions share a common neurological root cause. Until you address that root, you're chasing symptoms in a system that simply doesn't have the capacity to settle. Transitions ask the brain to disengage, hold the next step in mind, and shift gears all at once. Researchers call this set shifting, moving attention from one task to another. It runs on executive function in the prefrontal cortex, which keeps maturing into the mid-20s. For kids with ADHD, anxiety, or sensory challenges, these circuits develop differently. The harder the brain is already working, the more taxing every switch becomes, and a small request like put your shoes on can land so much bigger. The autonomic nervous system works like a car with a gas pedal and a brake pedal. The sympathetic is the fight or flight branch of the gas. It's activation, alertness, go. The parasympathetic is the rest and digest branch of the brake, calm, regulation, and ability to adapt. Many kids today live with a stuck gas pedal and a weak brake, driven by an underactive vagus nerve. This imbalance is called dysautonomia, and it keeps the body in low-grade alarm mode. When stuck, ordinary change registers as a threat, and meltdowns then follow. The diagnosis on the chart may differ, but the underlying neurological pattern looks strikingly similar. All three involve sympathetic dominance and a reduced capacity for flexible, regulated brain states. A child with ADHD finds it almost physically painful to break down from a preferred activity. A child with anxiety is flooded with worry before the change even arrives, and a child with SPD is already overworking to process sound, light, and touch. This is why behavior charts often fall flat. You can't discipline a nervous system into regulating. So what is it that is creating this dysregulation in your child's nervous system? We call it the perfect storm. The perfect storm is a stack of early stressors that overwhelm a developing nervous system. It often starts with prenatal stress. Cortisol crosses the placenta and primes hypersensitivity. Then comes birth trauma. C-section, forceps, vacuum, induction, or stalled labor strain the upper neck, followed by early years piling on antibiotics, ear infections, falls, screens, an overstimulating world, you name it. Each stressor alone might not be a big deal, but stacked together, they leave the system stuck on the gas pedal. The result is subluxation, a neurological interference that keeps the stress response locked on. Here are some tips that may be able to help. Give previews and countdowns so that the brain has time to prepare instead of getting blindsided. Build predictable routines. The same sequence each morning turns transitions into habits. Add movement. A quick stretch or jumping jacks helps discharge stress energy. Protect sleep. Sleep is when the brain recharges its regulatory capacity. Stay regulated yourself. Kids co-regulate with the adults around them. When these home strategies aren't enough, that's a signal the nervous system needs deeper support. If your child keeps melting down through every transition, no matter what you try, it's not a parenting failure. It's not a discipline problem. It's not something you've just grown out of on their own. It's not something they'll grow out of on their own. It's a sign their nervous system needs more support than home strategies alone can give. At Tree of Life Chiropractic in Portland, we use advanced insight scans, heart rate variability, surface EMG, and thermal scanning to see exactly where the nervous system is stuck and what's driving the dysregulation. From there, gentle, specific adjustments help restore balance, ease the gas pedal, and bring the brake pedal back online. As that happens, parents tell us the daily flashpoints soften, easier mornings, fewer meltdowns at pickup, smoother bedtimes, more flexibility when plans change. Your child doesn't need more labels. They need answers. Click the link in our bio, send us a DM, or visit treeoflifekairos.com/get started to schedule today.